Namaste. Hi everyone, I am Goddess Green, and I am going to be sharing with you today the signs that you can look out for when you are coming into alignment. I talked about the transformation process in my previous videos, and I've talked about the tools. I've gone over everything. If you don't remember, go back to my previous videos. So once you've started this work and you're on your journey, you're going to start to notice a lot of things changing within you. And a lot of questions that I have been asked about the transformation process is, how do you know when you're getting to that point? You know, we have this brain that just wants to get back into logical patterns. You know, we're moving from a place of logical thinking to more of feeling and being in tune with the universe, and sort of using our energies to sort of know when we're doing things right and where we are on our course and how to course correct and how to do things, and using our feelings and our guidance system to sort of guide us through this process. But we still have our old logical patterns. The brain is still running constantly, and we want to put things in a box, and we want to know, when am I doing it right? When do I know that I'm on the right course? When do I know that my spiritual work is benefiting me? How do I know I'm doing this right? But the tricky and beautiful thing about being spiritual and being connected is the only way that you can know you're doing it right is by knowing that you're doing it right. That's really the only way. The mind is going to look for evidence, but your true and only evidence is your knowing, because your knowing is what is also putting you in that reality and bringing you to that reality where you are on course and you are doing it right. I love how I battle with my hair in every video. I digress, I'm sorry. So you battle with your hair. I'm sorry. So we still want to think in our logical ways, and we still want to know the tools of manifestation, the tricks and techniques, you know, the signs, the evidence that it's working. You know, these are all still us as humans being in our mental mind logical patterns. But a spiritual journey is really about moving from that mental place and starting to live in the heart, starting to feel for your journey, starting to know that you're on purpose, and not letting the mind take over so much of the process, and being in that knowing and feeling and being place. But since the fun thing about doing this is that you need guidance, and these little tricks and tools and techniques and signs and lists help you mentally sort of get settled, and helps your mind start to realize that things are working out, so it doesn't have to do too much of the work. It doesn't need to get into the analyzing, processing, overthinking, trying to know. You know, you're soothing your mind by having these little tools and tricks and techniques and signs and how to and guide to, etc. You're only soothing your mind. But the journey is coming to a place of heart and not living from the mind. That's where you really want to get to. That's where I really want to get you to. Living in your heart and living from that beautiful, powerful, centered, energetic place that is connected to all that is. But for the sake of the brain and the beautiful mind and our logical thinking ways, I'm going to give you some signs to know that you are in alignment. One of the first physical / energetic signs is that you start to feel your own energy. Now, if you've lived a life where you've been conditioned in some shape or form, you've been conditioned from society, from the media, from your family, your upbringing, all these things condition us, and it's all vibration. Every thought, every word, every emotion has its own vibration. So the vibrations that you've picked up throughout your journey in the beginning, you were it was becoming a part of your energy. It was getting into you. These vibrations were existing as a part of you, and they were manifesting in the way you were thinking about things, the beliefs that you adopted. um, Therefore they created your personality. They created the manifestations you were having. They created who you thought you were. Your conditioned false sense of self was created from all these external vibrations getting intertwined in your signature vibration, and then you believing in it more than that true signature vibration that is you. You believing more in these external energies, in these external vibrations, and accepting it as truth, and accepting it as this is the way life works, and this is the way the world works, and this is how I get everything that I want in life, and this is how I get security and certainty and happiness and abundance, by adopting all these vibrations that have been put on me or told to me, or that I have experienced and seen in the world that I have come into. But you forget the vibration is really you. You forget that signature that was given to you for you to share and express here. You lose it. Now, sometimes this can really manifest in depression. Depression is really your energy feeling very suppressed by different kinds of energies that are not really you. And you buy into it so much that with time it just gains so much energy, and the real you is just this tiny little voice, this tiny little energy just way down there. Just down there, and just trying to reach for any little bit of light or any little bit of something that it recognizes so that it can gain its own power and its own certainty. So you become depressed. You become a shadow version of yourself. You're like a robot, just like walking through life, and you don't understand why you're not happy. You don't understand why things are not working out. You don't understand where things have gone wrong, because you're doing everything you were told that if you do these things, you would get such and such. If you behave XYZ, you get XYZ. If you're this kind of person, you get this. This is what happens when you do this. Cause and effect kind of linear mind thinking of the world. And time goes by, and then you realize that you're not getting everything that you said you wanted. You're getting some things, but it's a fraction of what you really know you deserve and what you really know you are. These energy suppress you. It's false. It's not part of who you are. It's not part of who you've been made to be. So you get depressed, you get down, you get bogged down. You're not really yourself, and you're trying to find yourself. That's why it's important to start with the beginning of the process. The meditation, visualization, appreciation, and highest excitement, all these things help clarify your energy so that you can start to become sensitive to vibrations and belief patterns and emotions that you've picked up and bought as who you are. You start to become very sensitive to it, because your energy becomes really clear, really precise, and really fine-tuned. So anything that is not a match to the true signature vibration of you feels really uncomfortable. And that's the good thing. Once you feel that feeling of discomfort, then you know that you can say to yourself, I have picked up a belief along my way, or some belief has been sold to me that is not serving me and that is not who I really am. Then you can start the work of shooting down these beliefs and identifying them and integrating them and moving forward from them. And then you can create new belief systems for yourself that will support more of who you truly are. And once you do this more and more and more, the real you becomes more solid. The vibration of you becomes much more certain, and it feels better to you, and you just develop this sense of knowing. This sense of knowing that this is your unique signature. So you feel your own unique energy, and you feel physically a weight lifted off you from all the false energies that you've picked up and bought as your own. The second sign of alignment is that you start to feel your chakras lighting up. Now, the chakra systems are energy points that exist along our spine up to the top of our head, You can think of it like your own unique circuit system that connects you to the energy of the universe, that connects you to the energy of all that is. So if you thought of yourself as a part of the universe and energy flowing through all things in the universe, you have points of energy that this universal energy flows through. Now that's what you call your chakras. Mostly it happens when you're sleeping. When we sleep is when we have the most time to really be in a state of rest. Sleep is when our minds are not running too much, we're not in the way of what the universe is really trying to do with our bodies, with our minds, and with our lives. We're just relaxed and allowing. Then you can start to feel surges of energy running through these different chakras. Now, depending on the chakra that's being balanced, depending on the chakra that's opening, is the sensation you're going to feel. For me personally, when my heart chakra was opening, I would feel a massive surge of energy in the chest area, and I would feel this energy just surging through all the rest of my body. And when I was doing my research, I found out that a lot of people that were having these experiences when they were ascending and when they were transforming their lives were going to the doctor and the doctor was telling them there was absolutely nothing wrong with them, even though they were experiencing this surge of energy that made them feel like they were almost having a heart attack. It's a very beautiful and intense feeling. It's almost like someone shoots adrenaline into your heart, but adrenaline with a hint of beauty and marvel and delight. That's literally what it feels like. And when your third chakra is opening, you start to feel this immense sense of willpower, and you start to feel more empowered, and you start to feel more knowing, and you start to feel more capable, and you start to exude your energy and your frequency with certainty and power and clarity. So you have different manifestations. They come up with each chakra opening. And at nighttime, you can expect to feel the sensation of the chakra opening depending on how the energy is flowing through you, and it can manifest in different reflections in your life. Like I said, you start to feel the emotion of empowerment that eventually gives you the result of having a more empowered life. You're going to get evidence of that in many areas of your life: your health, your finances, your relationships, your friendships. You become more empowered in all these creations. And your heart chakra opening, you start to feel this immense sense of love for life, for yourself, for everything, for everyone, and you feel this connection with all. You start to feel this oneness, and you start to know that everything that is a reflection of you. You start to feel one with the universe. You start to know that you're a part of the universe. You start to flow with the energy and the dynamic of the universe. You're not disconnected anymore. You're not using your linear way of thinking to try to work through life. You're using your heart, your feeling place, to sort of guide you through your life experience. The third sign of coming into alignment is that you start to exude your own unique frequency. I talked about that signature frequency that is you, that signature energy that is you, that is a combination of different energies that it doesn't exist in the universe. It's like your own unique fingerprint. No two people have the same fingerprint, and no two people have the same energetic frequency. It's unique to you. It's a combination of things that you are here to share and be and express, and it is part of your purpose. Once you start to feel this signature frequency, you start to have this strong desire to exude that energy. You start to really love the sensation of it, and you start to have a personal connection to it because you know it's your own unique energy signature. You know that this is for you, and that this is you, and this is what you're going to share, and this is what you're going to express, and this is what you're going to be. So you start to really enjoy letting it out and exuding that frequency from the centered place, and it's an absolutely spectacular feeling. This is where the strong sense of boundary starts to come. This is when you're very, very certain in what you want, what's in your space, who you are. Your no's become very clearer. What you desire becomes much more clearer, and you have this sense of standing firm in who you are, how things are true for you, what you want, and where you're going, and you express that with so much confidence. It's a beautiful feeling to just feel your own unique signature vibration and to really enjoy exuding and sharing that energy. It's fabulous. It's what you're here for, to literally put your own signature on the universe. You are divine. The beautiful thing about exuding your frequency in this way too is that you have no tolerance for any kind of energy that is not a match to it. You won't accept it. You won't accept it in your space, because what you're vibrating and what you're feeling for yourself is just enough. And it's your purpose and it's your intention, and you're one with it and you're connected to it. So anything that is not in alignment with that, you would not tolerate it. You would not deal with it. You're not going to relish in it. You're not going to compromise for it, because you understand that you are here because of this unique frequency. So this unique frequency has to live, it has to breathe, it has to have its own space, it has to express, and anything contradicting that, it's not going to be accepted. And that's okay. Whichever way that expresses and manifests itself is fine. You have to have a strong sense of boundaries. You have to be very clear about what you want, who you are, where you're going, and how things are true for you. No matter how the reflection that you're expressing this to and that you're exuding this to reacts or feels about it, your intention is not to come into the world and make the reflections feel good. Your intention is to express that divine, unique, energetic signature that is you. Making reflections feel good, it's not a divine purpose. Every being has their own intentions, and every being has their own connection to that energy that supports and makes you feel good. You're not to get that energy from each other. You're to get that energy by connecting to source itself, by being in alignment, by doing your own work. And now when the other can see you exuding this frequency so clearly and so certainly, regardless of how they might interpret it in the moment, eventually it has a positive effect on them, because they appreciate this frequency and they pick up on it, and they start to evolve and start to own their own signature frequency with no apologies, no compromise, and no excuses. That's how it works. So you being in your own frequency and exuding that and owning it, not apologizing, not compromising, and not making any excuses, you're also helping other beings wake up to their own frequency and see that it's okay to stay in that and to own it and to exude it without apologizing, compromising, or making excuses. Now you have multiple beings all in alignment and all centered with themselves, and all tuning into their own divine purpose, which they'll be doing what it is that they are here to do. You no longer have distorted states of being where we're looking to each other for approval, validation, and for feedback. We're not here to give each other feedback and to stroke each other's egos and make each other feel good about everything that we're doing in every moment, and be all kumbaya all the time, as long as we don't, do anything that's gonna cross the line a little. That's not how it works. We're gods. We're gods here to co-create and to create and express that unique version of ourselves. So your lack of tolerance for unwanted energy is a very, very good thing, and enjoy that and exude that energy. That the last sign for knowing that you've come into alignment is you remember who you are and you remember your purpose. That's why in the beginning of doing this work, you have to remember to allow yourself to dream, to visualize. And if you can't get to that place where you are allowing yourself to even dream, if you can't get to that place where you can even tell yourself that these are my desires and this is what I really want, because we all know what our dreams are. We all know what we really desire. We've just gotten to a place of fear or believing in lack and unworthiness, that we've bought into the idea that some dreams might not be possible because of something we're believing in the moment. It's bullshit. You're designed with intentions. You were designed for specific purpose. The universe does not need to just put junk in the universe. Everything has its place and has its purpose. Your dreams and your desires are how you know what your purpose is. Your dreams are not just this fancy thing for you to just do and experience. It's who you are. And that feeling of desire and like, wow, I would love this. That feeling of joy you feel when you see something you want and desire that feels good is the signal that the universe is using to give you, is using to let you know that this is your path. Because the universe is not whispering in your ear, it's communicating using your emotions. So when you dream of something and you love the dream and you want the dream and you desire it, it's not there for decoration or just to be a dream and you just live a mundane life and die. It's there because that is exactly what you're supposed to do, and the path has already been paved to make it easy for you. You just have a process you have to go through, and you have to own your path. You have to own your path. And if you don't own your dreams and you don't own your desire and bring yourself to a place where you can say, this is what I dream, this is what I want, this is who I am, this is my purpose. If you can't bring yourself to that place, then the journey is never going to start. So one of the first steps is allowing yourself to visualize your dreams. If you can't say it to others yet, allow yourself to dream it and visualize it. There are a lot more things that you desire that you're not aware of yet because you've just let other energies suppress you so much into believing that you shouldn't even dare dream or think about that thing that you know you really are here to do. But you're so afraid. You're so afraid of your dreams. There's nothing to be afraid of. It's what your purpose is. Everything's been already put there. You just have to fucking show up. It's not gonna get you out of bed. You just have to show up. It's waiting. So once you can bring yourself to that place where you start to bypass fear, guilt, unworthiness, shame, lack, all these mentalities and beliefs that you've bought into that are holding you back from even letting yourself dream and own your dream and say that this is what you dream, that's the first thing you need to do. Get yourself to that place. Now from that place, everything that you need to know and remove and adjust and change and mold will start to come about, and you just have to listen and follow the process. So the best and last sign of knowing that you're in alignment is you start to know who you are and you start to know your purpose and you start to wake up to this purpose. And in order to know who you are, know your signature frequency, have your chakras open up and have a strong self-esteem and strong sense of self and strong boundaries, and to be able to remember your purpose and start to walk on this journey, you have to own your dreams and allow yourself to dream. You visualize your dreams and you script about your dreams and you speak about your dreams if you're emotionally strong enough to at this point, and you appreciate your dreams and appreciate your dreams like it's already done and appreciate the things that you already have here too. Once you start doing that, then you start to find your unique signature frequency. Then you build the confidence in who you really are. Then you start to know your purpose and you start to walk your path. I love you and appreciate you. This is always such a pleasure. Thank you for listening. Thank you so much for your feedback. Thank you so much for your love. And I hope that my videos are being of so much benefit in your life. If there any way that I can help, if there's something that you would like to share with me, if there's something that you're experiencing and would like some more clarity on, feel free to contact me on my Instagram, my Facebook. Instagram handle is Goddess Green. My Facebook is Goddess Green Wellness, and it should be coming up in this video somewhere. And I love you guys. And as spiritual beings, and even if you're not spiritual, you have to start being open-minded and letting the mind go and starting to live in the heart. And these videos and these little tools and tricks, like I said in the beginning, are just part of getting your mind to relax and letting your mind just step back from the awesome things that are already happening and just living more in the heart. So show your appreciation by liking. I love you guys. I hope that you are just much more powerful than the last time that I shared a video with you. And I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Bless your hearts, you divine souls. I am Goddess Green.